Trail talk time. Out on another beauty of a trail. Just breathing in that fresh chi. Loving this rain right now. So refreshing. And today I wanted to share an experience that I had the other day. I was hanging out with my brother and his friends, and I was going super deep into conversation about life and talking about a metaphor that really stuck with me. And it was about looking at light shining through a prism. The one light gets broken down into these 7 colors or hues. And they each take on a different vibration or energy, which gives it its specific, color. And they all are very different. Red is very distinguishable from an orange. It sort of flows into it, on into the yellow, on into the green, but they all are different. And so we can, pinpoint which is red compared to which is blue. Yet all of these colors being different, they're actually one light. They're all the same light. And we were talking about us as human beings, coming together and realizing our oneness, realizing our connectedness, how we're truly not separate at all. It may seem like we are if we're coming from that vantage, the perspective of the ego, which gives us our sense of identity and gives us that experience of separateness. But if we can look beyond that limited perspective or focus, then we realize we're that one light. We're all the same. We're all coming from the same source. We're all so intimately connected that we're truly not separate at all. And just as, we were feeling that oneness, it was a beautiful moment of synchronicity. My phone received some type of notification, and so my screen turned on. It was sitting on the table, and the time was 11:11. And I've spoken about, synchronicities and number patterns being significant, how they show up in our lives at certain times. And this was a beautiful moment just like that. I told them, I noticed it, and I told them my feeling that was a sign. And it spoke to everyone. I felt it. We felt like, wow, why you got a notification right at that moment, and it just happened to be 11:11. And I was thinking about, how perfect it was. The number one, we were talking about everything being one light, the oneness of all. And so 1111 shows up just at the perfect moment. And it just showed me, everything really is connected. And it was a beautiful synchronistic moment showing that we are in divine communion with all, with the universe, with God, whatever you want to call it. We always have that divine connection. And I feel like if we all truly lived in that way, we realized our connection with all, and then we wouldn't be able to, live in such destructive ways like so many of us are on the planet all the time. It's a beautiful way to live, to treat another as yourself, to realize that we are one. And I think it doesn't take much to realize that, that beautiful metaphor can be used in our own lives. You know, even someone like Carl Sagan, who talked about us, you know, coming from stars, being made of star stuff. I love that metaphor as well, right? All the same makeup of the stars, you know, the carbon, the nitrogen, the oxygen. That's what we're made of as well. Right? We're all made of the same things. We all share some type of commonality or connection. And when we can focus on that, bring our attention to that, as opposed to only our differences and feeling so disconnected or separate from one another, then we start to, you know, create or realize our common bond. We start to feel that bond. And that's what brings about compassion. You know, that compass of compassion that can guide us in loving ways. It teaches us that we must cherish each other and love each other, take care of one another, and not harm another, because we are one with it all. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share for today. It was just such a beautiful, magic moment, and it really spoke so clearly to me, and I really felt the significance in the room at the time. Right now, I feel on the planet, more and more people are going to start waking up to this beautiful connection, this realization of our oneness. And that's what we desperately need, especially when everyone's being told not to even go near each other, right? All this social distancing. Right now, we need to come together as one and realize our power and our togetherness and start to live in more loving ways. So that's my hope for our beautiful future here on this planet with each other. So I want to send everyone tons of love. I hope everyone has an amazing day and really, you know, get in tune with that realization of that truth of oneness, and start to tap into that guidance, that connection with all. And that will really guide us in the best way, I feel. So yeah, that's it for today. Peace and limitless love.